Switch with Chidimma Eluke. You're welcome to Speed Reading Short Break Series, and it's day 23. Hi, my name is Leslie Grace, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy, and it's still the Speed Reading Short Break Series. We began the Speed Switch a few days ago, where we have real stories, real people come share their Speed Switch story. How they were able to switch from slow reading to speed reading, and how this has made impact on their lives, on their professional life, on their everyday activity, especially on their minds, the way they now think. We've had book bingers who had tasted our speed reading masterclass come to share, and today we're having Chidimma with us today. How has it been? Today we have Kuzi Essentials joining us as the first person to join us today. Have you tagged a professional? You know, when these classes are now being shared by people who have tasted it, real life stories, real life testimonials, they become even more tangible. They become more handheld. Okay, so it's something you want to listen to. How it's been. Yesterday was Sade. And Sade shared, while we wait for Chidimma to come on, Sade shared of how she sadly lost a job. And she lost her job, according to her. At that point, it was a question of she doubting herself, doubting her ability. Why would I lose this job? And she was just at that point where she was a bit worried about, where do I begin? Hello, Choco, I see you. How do I go with my life? Why is all of this happening to me? So she was just having, sorry about that. She was just having all of that. And she took the speed reading masterclass. Right after taking that class, Shade said she applied for another job, but she applied for a lower position because, of course, probably trauma for what had happened. She was now doubting her abilities, and she didn't think she was good enough to go in for a big position. So she just applied for something small. Let me just get a job, like she rightly said yesterday. And then Shade went ahead, only for Shade to be on this interview, and the interviewer goes, madam, why apply for this particular position when you were way better than this? And that was how Shade got a bigger position she never applied for. It was such a touching story, I must say. So it goes to show that when we're saying speed reading, read every day as a professional, we understand that you are busy and it's a lot to do. This is why speed reading is your best bet. Speed reading is then the next thing that you need to have. So today we're going to be listening to Chidimma share her own story of how speed reading changed her life. And most importantly, how it has been an impact on every other area of her life. Okay. Yeah, Chidimma is here. Hello, Chidimma. So good to have you here, ma'am.
Hello, coach. I'm so glad to be with you this afternoon.
Hmm. So good to have you. So good to
I,
have
f-
you.
I, feel, I feel so excited. I am so delighted to be here.
So good to have you, Chidimma. So, Chidimma, you have the floor. Tell us. Tell us. Tell us about you. Tell us. You have the floor. Just a brief introduction of you before we go into the conversation.
Hello, everyone. I am so glad to be here once again. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much, Coach Grace. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this privilege that has been given to me to share my story. And I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, Ma. And I am Chidimma Eluke, and I am a nurse, and I currently reside in the UK. Thank you, Ma.
Chidimma, take us back. A nurse in the UK. What was your reading life like? I think we have lots of health professionals in the book pages book. Take us back, Chidimma. What was reading like for you? Because I mean, it's busy being a health professional in the UK. What was reading like for you before you discovered speed reading?
Well, um, I am this person that right from time I know that I am made for more. So I love to read, but then creating the time to read at some point in my life, became an issue. And then, coupled with the fact that I am in the UK and I am a mother of toddlers, and when I want to read, I have that motivation in me to read, but I find out that the time is not there. So during my last birthday, I reflected on my about my life, and then I asked myself some self-discovery questions. And then one of the things I wrote down some things that I'm going to start doing, some things that there's some habits I need to build before my next birthday. So, and one of them was to read. And then I started with a book known as titled Soar by Bishop T.D. Jakes. So after reading that book, immediately after reading it, I had a business idea. I say, wow, if reading one book could give me, this mindset, then there is more to reading. And this should be a lifestyle. And then I continued around December 2024. I decided to start, taking log of the books that I read. And then I think around December, I was able to read like around two books. And then in January, I decided that I was gonna do. Okay, in January I was able to also do like three books, but I had a challenge. The challenge I had was how to read and create at the same time. How to read and take notes. I found out that while reading, and if I want to take notes, I spend more time. So around let me take you back to around October last year. I came in contact with Coach Grace, and that was in my intentional parenting journey series with Wendy Eluke. So in that, in her session, she said that she had it as a mandate that's been given to her to coach people to read one book a week. And that she's a mother and the mother of toddlers as well. And that she does one book a week. I was like, wow, if a career woman like this lady could be doing one book a week, that means I can do it. And if a mother of toddlers like this woman can be doing one book a week, that means I can do it. And then I said, that was when I continued. December, I was able to do like two. And then in January, I was able to do like three. But that challenge was because I know that successful people, they make notes. You can't just read and then forget about it like that. I didn't want to do it like that. And then I knew at the time when I was having, this kind of feelings in my mind, this kind of thoughts in my mind, I had to confide in someone. I said to the person, oh, look at my challenge. I want to really read in the year 2025, but look, this is my job. The person said, oh, since you're just starting your journey of reading, the only thing that the person advised was just read. You subconsciously, you may not really know that you are assimilating it until when the time comes for you to make use of whatever you have read. So I said, okay, let me just continue that way and be reading. Then around February, when I a lot of things started happening and I started giving excuses about reading. I started telling myself that there is no time. Oh, I have a, busy schedule. Oh, I have this, I have that. So that was when I came in contact with a book binger who was in the same group with me. And her name was, Jennifer, the founder of Exceptional You, the Exceptional You. So in that group, she told us about how she has been able to join Book Binger's booth, and then the transformation that she has had in her life so far. And I was like, wow, this is what I've been looking for, that I'll go in search of that woman. So in that group, we asked her, oh, can you please tell the founder that we want to join? Can you please make inquiry of how much it's going to cost us and all that? Then, she's also a busy mom and a career woman. So but immediately after that conversation, I went in search of Coach Grace. I went to Instagram. I searched. I searched and I found her. I chatted her, and before you know it, I made my payment and I joined the booth. And after a couple of days, Jennifer replied to our comments, and in my mind I was like, I'm already seated in the booth. I'm already seated in the booth. And to be honest with you, it has been an experience. It has been an awesome experience for me.
Awesome. Chidimma, thank you so much for sharing once again. There's something you said. You talked about creating and how reading just a book sparked up a business idea. For me, it's one of my greatest motivations for reading. And that's what anchors my favorite speech, which has become our favorite mantra in the booth, that a day without reading is a wasted day. You've just wasted a day that you could have hacked a business idea that could have made you a billionaire in a few years. It doesn't even have to be a book on finances. Chidimma was reading Soa by Bishop T.D. Jakes, and then the business idea came. So it's always about the creation part of reading that most people haven't seen. The what I call speed of thought, which by the way I heard from my mentor, Coach Eluke. I think we made a post on that today. I heard her say that, and I'm like, really, there's something like that. And it goes to show how much she creates as well. It's something she gets on her fingertip. And why someone may be there saying, oh, these people are just blessed, this thing is a natural thing. See, there's a way, there's a system. Products are products because they pass through processes. So to every product, there's a process. Don't say this product just came. To every product, there's a process. And Chidimma, I know that you have shared a whole lot, and someone is wondering, you're a full-time health professional in the UK with a tight schedule. What made you even consider joining the speed reading program? Why do you think it was possible for you to do this?
Well, I have come to understand that we all have the same 24 hours. And I've, come in contact with women who are, women who are breaking limits, women who are making impacts, and I feel so motivated. I feel so motivated when I see them. And I'm like in my mind that if these women are creating time for this, and also, and you also find out that most of them are also intentional parents, they are doing very well in their families, they are doing well for their children. So I resolved in my mind that if these women are doing this, then I can do more, and that was what made me to tell myself that it is all about looking at my schedule and know that thing that I can sacrifice part time, and know that thing that I can remove from my plate part time, and prioritize what is important, especially now that my kids are very young. If these kids are growing, I do not want a situation whereby when they must have grown up and left me, then I'll be feeling bad. I will be having this kind of mindset, oh, I sacrificed a lot for my children, and look at what has happened to me, and now I am starting afresh. I did not want that. And that was what motivated me and prompted me to know that if others in the book bingers booth are making impact, are doing something, that I can also do more. Do you know what blew my mind with Jennifer's results? She said to us in that place that because of reading, that she has been able to create books that has sold worth 600 copies. I was like, wow, this is a woman like me. It blew my mind, to be honest. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, by the way, Jennifer will be sharing her story on Friday. Jennifer's
Oh, I
story
can't
is
wait.
that you shouldn't miss Jennifer's story.
I
Jennifer's
can't.
story
I can't miss
was it
it.
was mind blowing. She just
Yeah.
came and was like wildfire. Jennifer had created books that were raking in some thousands of dollars for her,
Mhm.
and this is a busy mom. Jennifer also works. She's busy. See, speed reading is your accelerator.
Yeah, it
It
is.
just speeds it up. Why you are there thinking it's not these people that are not, these are real stories. It's not something to doubt over. We all know the schedule of an average health professional in the UK and how you're able to add all of this together. Jennifer will be sharing on Friday. Let's not even go to Jennifer's story. Let's leave her. She'll be here on Friday to share. Okay, Chidimma, let's talk about the switch moment. Okay, was there a specific moment or challenge that made you say, I need to take control of my mind and my time? Now, I understand that you mentioned, oh, kids were there, seeing other women were there, but I mean, in your own life, probably professional or personal life. Yesterday, Shade said, one of the book readers that shared yesterday, Shade said, when she lost her job, was that moment for her. She felt like, oh, I think something's happening to my mind. So over to you, Chidimma. Do you think, or was there a moment that made you feel like, I think my mind is drifting. I think my time is being wasted. I need to fix this.
Well, I would say that uh, I I discovered that even though I am a very outspoken, that's in quotes, I am still finding me. So I feel that I am very outspoken, but I find myself at times in a place whereby, I feel that I have low self-esteem, So I knew that there is something that has to be done about it. That low self-esteem is basically because you do not know what you are supposed to do, or you do not know what you are supposed to know, or there is something you need to do that you are not doing. That's the, one of the reasons that causes, kind of, not that I have this the low self-esteem frequently, but I discovered that on some occasions,
Mm,
I find it, erupting in my life.
mm,
And it was one of the reasons why I reflected. It was one of the reasons why I really thought about my life. I really, asked myself questions. Okay, apart from being a health professional, apart from being a nurse in the UK, what else can you offer your world?
mm, mm, mm. Awesome. That question, what else can I offer my world? Again, because what you can offer is a product of what is in your mind. So this is why the circle of the Smart Speakers Academy is a chain. Smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. You've heard it. Chidimma got to a point where she wasn't speaking smart in some conditions. And I've come to say that, see, all fears, all professionals struggling with glossophobia. Yes, pretty smart speaking, but when you come there, we'll still tell you this. Because confidence is confidence. Chima, as I'm aware, she's taken the confidence coaching course before, because we believe that for professionals, right? That's why I say professionals, you cannot do public speaking. Now, Chidimma has said it. That you get to some places and there are experts there. Is it public speaking you want to do there? So Chidimma saw it that the public speaking wasn't giving anymore. She needed to be some more. And she had to regain her mind and her time. Awesome, Chidimma. Awesome. I want to know, what was your first week like when you eventually got into the book builders group? When you eventually, so Chidimma is a book builder, when you eventually got in, how did it feel like in the first week?
My goodness. It was mind blowing. What I saw blew my mind. Like, I was like, so this kind of place existed, and I didn't know all this while. so so it first of all started with, me making my payment, and then, the admin chatted me and then said to me that from now on you have to pick one book a week and then start reading. I said to her, I chatted her, I said to her, come. If I had known how to read one book a week, I would have been doing it. If I had known how to be doing one book a week, I would have done it on my own. That I paid for you to hold my hand and, direct me on how to go about it. So I think then later on, coach reached out to me and said to me that if I want that she's gonna book a one-on-one session with me, and then that she sent me the speed reading masterclass. I can tell you that that masterclass was awesome. Like it answered all my questions. It was a
Mm.
game changer for me. Like after listening to it, I was like, oh, even when I had one-on-one session with Coach Grace, I told her, oh, the masterclass has answered almost all my questions. I don't think I really have any question. So that was the first, aha moment for me. And then finishing one book a week and creating
Mm.
all the books that I've been reading, all
Mm.
the while,
Mm.
I've been finishing, I've been creating from
Mm.
them. And this was something that I found very difficult when I
Mm.
started my journey of reading.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's really a big win for me. And
Mm.
what more can I say about my confidence? You
Mm.
know,
Mm.
my
Mm.
confidence level has increased, coach. I can say that with every book I finish reading, my level of confidence increases. That's,
Awesome.
I'm telling you the fact. It
Mm.
has really helped me in that manner. And then what more can I say again about my reading? Like I finish one book a week. Even that sword I told you that I read, I didn't read it within 1 week. I think it
Mm.
took me like a month plus to finish
Mm.
it. But
Mm.
do you know that why you act the way you do, I was able
Mm.
to finish it. Like
Mm.
for the first time in my life,
Mm.
I've had that book, and all the while I wanted to read it previously, I would
Mm.
just read it halfway and stop. But while in the book Binger's booth, I was able to start it and finish it
Mm.
and I created notes from it.
Mm.
It is a
Mm.
big win for me. And then the
Mm.
fact that, I am modeling reading for my children is a win
Mm.
for me. Even when I finished that book, I was, telling my husband, oh, I've been able to finish this book. My son was like, oh, mommy, so you were able to finish this big book.
Wow.
Gosh, that was
Wow.
a big win for me
Uh,
because, it made me to realize that I am modeling good habits, good
mm.
behavior for my
Mm.
children, you know.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I've had so many experiences, awesome experiences while in the booth, to be
Mm.
honest with you.
Mm. Whoa! Confidence improved, creation now happening. Chidimma currently doing the book a week, including reading the voluminous Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye. That book is almost 400 pages, if not more. And Chidimma mastered speed reading and was able to do that in 1 week. Having toddlers, intentionally parenting, being a wife, and a nurse in the UK. Come on now. Speed reading is the game changer. And ultimately,
Yes.
she said, and I quote, my confidence is even the confidence is competence. We cannot overflog it. Competence is confidence. And now the speed reading masterclass happens on June 20th. We are now giving it the early bird discount is going out soon. Just put in the comment section speed. It's something you need. You've heard it from these are real stories. I haven't heard Chidimma stories like this before. In the book pages, well, there's a library. We're busy. I don't have there's no time. Everybody's moving. There's no time to sit and have this conversation. I haven't heard that story before, but it's quite impressive. Thank you so much, Chidimma, for sharing. And before you go, you want to register for the Speed Reading Masterclass, just put in the comment section speed. A team member will reach out to you right away and you'll be able to get into that class before the discount goes off. And after the class, of course, the Speed Reading Masterclass bundle will be. And the good thing is you get other guides. Of course, one thing that did it for Chidimma is so in the book pages book, which is our inner circle program, which is a yearly program. You may not be able to join in that now, but you can take the Spirit Reading Masterclass and start working. You want to join our inner circle program, send a DM. You've heard of the transformative power that has happened to Chidimma. So it's absolutely possible. But Chidimma, before you go, what final word do you have for that professional who is there and saying, I'm busy? Speed reading. Are you sure this thing is not in me? Are you sure this thing is real? What final words do you have to say to the professional out there who is busy juggling parenting, work, and all of it before you go?
Speed reading is real. It is
Mm,
not a myth.
mm,
I've experienced it. And I've said to myself that this is a legacy I'm going to pass on to my children.
mm,
Because the question I used to ask myself is, if I had started reading long ago like this, I don't know where I would have been. I would have so much accelerated.
mm,
But then, what I can say to the busy professional that is listening to me is that you need to join the upcoming masterclass. You need to register immediately. You see, the best moment for you to have joined the Book Bingers booth was yesterday. But another best moment is now. If you are still waiting for you to, doubting it, we have left you. We have left you in that moving train of I am busy, I am a career woman, I am a busy professional. We have left you. We are moving, we are accelerating. And I want to encourage you that if you are seeking to have a transformed experience, if you are seeking to evolve, if you are seeking to be revamped in your mind, I want to encourage you today. Please go and register for the Book Bingers Booth Masterclass that is upcoming. It is an experience you will never forget in a hurry. It is a place to evolve. It is a place to harness your potential.
mm.
Please join the Book Bingers booth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chidimma. Thank you so much. Thank you. The best time to register for the Speed Reading Masterclass is now. Send a DM, just put speed in the comment section, and we definitely will reach out to you. Thank you so much, Chidimma. We honor and appreciate you. And we do not take for granted that you took out the time to come share your real story on the Speed Speech with us. Thank you, Chidimma. We'll have to let you go now. Yes, and have a beautiful day ahead.
Thank you, Ma.
You
Thank
are
you, Ma.
still watching the
Thank
Speed
you.
Switch on the Speed Reading Short Break series, and it's been amazing having Chidimma Eluke share her story with us on the possibility of this switch. I want to say to you, the professional, like Chidimma said rightly, right? Like Chidimma rightly puts it, the best time is now. She didn't know, and she said something really powerful. It's about legacy because the children are watching. The children are watching. If your children are struggling to read, it may be, scratch that. It is because they are not seeing an example. They are not seeing a model. They are not seeing a reference point. If you're a professor, your children need to see you as much as often as possible reading, doing creative work. That's the beauty. It's not about covering books. It's not about we saying, oh, this year I've done 30 books. No. It's about the creativity it puts in you. It's about the creative ability that it sparks up in you. And thank you so much for joining us on the Speed Reading Short Break series today. This is where we call it a day. Tomorrow we'll be having an amazing book binger. Someone who has also tasted our Speed Reading Masterclass come to share on her journey, on how it's been able to transform for her. Tomorrow we'll be having Wura of Wura.ng. amazing. I'll have my girl here come share her story, and it'll be amazing. So I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. You want to share this video with a professional struggling with reading. You want to tag them on this post to see and listen that speed reading is not a myth, it is real. Have you joined this class? You're here to join. Send speed right away, and you get details on how to join. Thank you so much for joining us. Love this live, wants to share it, and do follow us if you're not. Turn on notification to always get posts from us on Smart Reading, Smart Thinking, Smart Speaking. I am Leslie Grace, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy. This is the Smart World. Enjoy your day.